Yo, are you, just like me, starting to get extremely tired of knowing that one of your players is absolutely phenomenal? The rest of the world seems to know this fact because everyone is interested in them, but you can't seem to get a good value out of them, no real transfer value out of them. Well, I know sure that I'm tired of this, it happens in most of my FM saves, and I think I found a solution for it. And no, I'm not gonna keep you waiting anymore, let's just get into it right away. So here we are inside of my Linfield save. This is the save where I'm gonna show you how to do this trick. I don't have a name for the trick yet, but let's just call it something like rejecting accepted offers. Nothing fancy. Now, just a disclaimer before we start getting into this. I don't claim to be the first person to find out about this trick or the first person to talk about it on YouTube, but I do follow a lot of YouTube Football Manager content and I've never seen anyone talk about this trick. So to me, I found it out, but if someone else did, fine, sure. But now you can know about it too. Anyway, we will be using this Linfield save that I have going on. This is the January transfer window. I will be using Jimmy here that you can see in front of us as an example. He's a Colombian wonder kid right back who is valued at 1.725 million euros, and he has gotten some very low bids from MLS teams. The transfers are currently at 2.1 and 2.5 million euros, but I think that when the transfer window is over, we should be getting offers at around 40-50 million for this guy using this method. So then what is the method? Like I said, it's about rejecting accepted transfer offers. Now you might say, well, I know about this trick already. That's the trick where you offer a player out and two clubs come in with different offers for them or the same offer for them, and you accept one of them, you reject the other one, and then you offer out for more, and then you like kind of stack them, reject them, and go up and up and up and up. That good old trick that works, that's a good trick. This isn't quite the same. This is about rejecting suggested transfer offers when they're coming into your inbox. I'll show you when we get to it. I'll just go forward a couple of days until we get another offer for Jimmy, and I'll show you then. So here we are. It's the 2nd of January. It did not take a lot of time before clubs came sniffing out Jimmy. Sniffing out Jimmy? I'm not an English speaker. I don't know. It didn't take a lot of time until they came about. Anyway, and this is an offer that, just like with the MLS clubs, I would never accept this offer. It's way too low. So what we do is we take this transfer offer that we have gotten and we are just going to increase it to something that we think that they would accept. Something where they would, where this thing becomes green. And I'm going to do 4 million in this case. And as you can see, it becomes green. Now, after it becomes green, you're going to reject the offer. And that's basically it. Now, what's going to happen is the next time the club comes in for the player, because they're interested, they're going to come back, you can push that up a little bit more. And the next time a little bit more. So the game knows somewhere that the actual value is much higher. So when the club sees the offer like we just did now for 4 million euros, they're going to see that and say, well, nice, 4 million euros, that's a good player for that price. Of course, we're going to accept, and then you reject. The next time they come in, maybe you ask for 6 million. They say, well, that's still a good price for this player, and you reject. And when you do this method, when you keep pushing that price up a few million, maybe just 500,000 every time, depending on how low the transfer values of your players are, other clubs are going to start figuring out that this player isn't worth what it says, and you are going to get their transfer value increase, which in turn is going to increase the transfer offer that you're getting. And when their transfer value is increasing, you can increase that asking price a little bit more in the negotiation. So instead of saying 4 million or 6 million or 8 million, all of a sudden you can push it up to 15, maybe 20. And this is going to incrementally increase the values of your players a lot. It's going to increase it from the value where they were in the beginning, which was utterly pathetic, to a point where you are probably happy with the price for that player. So just so we're all on the clear about what this method actually does, this method should be used to bring up players' values that you know shouldn't be as low as they are, probably because the league you're playing in isn't a very high reputation. So this method can be used to like pull players up from their bad value to their actual value, like what that player should be valued if it was real life or if they were playing in a better league. That is what this method can do and can provide. Like I said before, it's not about, you know, that rejecting transfer offers that you're getting and offering them out again. That's not this method. However, you can combine this method, and we'll talk about that later. So here we are again. This time it's the 4th of January and we've actually gotten a lower offer. This can happen. The process still works. It's a long process. It's going to take a couple of weeks to get their transfer value up. So here yet again, we're just going to continue increasing. I think 2.5 they're going to take. Of course they are. And that's it, done. Let's wait until the next one. Yep, here as you can see, Leipzig are back, and this time they are offering more money. As you can see, his transfer value hasn't actually increased yet, but their offers have increased. And this is something you're going to see when using this method. As I think I said before, I think by the end of the transfer window, we are going to get offers of like 40-50 million, but I think his transfer value is going to be at 20-30 million, something like that. So already now you can see that the offers that we're getting are higher than his actual transfer value. And that's generally going to be the same throughout the whole thing, but their offers are going to increase a lot, and as well as their transfer value, just not as much. So this time we can maybe bump this up to 10 million. Will they? Yep. It's green again, which means we reject. Reject. Hello. Reject. There we go. I'll see you next time. Now we're back. It's the 9th of January. We've gotten 2 offers here. Let's just walk into them. I'll show you how I do it. I think you get it by this point. This is all you do. This is 8 million. Will they accept? No. Let's take this up to 5. Basically 8 million. They accept. We reject. We go to the next one. We say, hi, Bayern. Do you accept 5 and a little bit more? 9 million, basically. They accept. We say no. It's that simple. I'll check in with you by like mid-January and then at the end of January. And we'll see what his value is, because you can see now it has increased. It's 4.6 to 6.4. And we are getting accepted offers at around 10 to 8 million. Before we got offers at 2.5. So we're seeing an increase, and it's only been 9 days, and this is only going to be exponential. So I'll see you at around 15th of January. See you then. And here we are. It is the 14th of January. We have gotten a new bid from Leipzig. This time the bid is at 16 million. It says here it's 13 million up front. I'm gonna say 20 million and 2.5. Are they gonna accept? They're not. And this is one thing that you don't want to happen. You want the bar up here to be green. You don't want it to be blue. This is not a disaster. This isn't gonna ruin anything. It's just gonna make that the progression isn't as big. So sometimes they're gonna come in with this locked blue offer, non-negotiable offer. It's not a disaster. It's just not so good. But as you can see, they still increased their transfer value for this. But yeah, this was a shame. But these things happen in negotiations. It's an AI. We don't know how they think. But I'll see you in like 7 days or something. Also real quick, I'm sorry if the video quality is getting worse. The light is fading. This video took a lot longer to record than I was thinking. So we're gonna record the end of this video in the dark, I think. Nighttime is approaching. Here we are. Since I was last with you, I have gotten a lot of offers for the player. I have increased them. They have accepted. I have rejected. I have gotten offers. I have increased. They have accepted. I have rejected. Then the sun went down, and the cycle kept going. And right now it is the 29th of January. his value has gone up to 17.5 to 25 million euros. We have an offer here for 26. I think we could push this up to 40 to get to that point I said in the beginning of the video that I think we're going to get to. There we are, 42 million, and there's still a few days left on the transfer window. I don't know exactly how high we're going to be able to go with this, but as you can see, the method works. We started off with Jimmy being, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was 1.4 to 5 million euros, and we got offers at around 2 to 2.5 million in the beginning. I think the first Barca one was like 1.8 or something. And here in the end, you could see we got an offer accepted at 40 million. I think if we kept going the last days of the window, we could get even higher numbers. And I think we could get his transfer value to increase even more. But I seriously need to stop this video right now because I won't be able to record anymore. It's a proof of concept. I think you can see how this works. I think you understand it. It's very simple. You just increase, they accept, you reject, you keep on going. I have some other slides here to show that this works, that this worked with other players too. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the idea that you could keep this going, especially when it comes to the summer transfer window. In the January, it's a little bit harder because you have just a month. In the summer, you're going to have a lot more time. And what I think you could do, I've never actually done this myself, but it was just a thought I came up with. You should be able to increase a player's transfer value, like we've done here, to maybe, I think Giannis could go up to maybe 50 million if we did it for a whole summer. Then at the end of the summer, you could combine this method with the more traditional method of offering a player out, getting offers, rejecting one, accepting another, offering out at a higher rate. And I think that could increase what they are offering even more. I've never tried it myself, but feel free to try it. I don't see why it wouldn't work. But yeah, that's it. That's the thing. I think I have proven that this works. As I said in the beginning, I don't claim to be the first person to know about this. But I think more people should know about this because I don't see a lot of people using it. I also know that a lot of people are complaining that the game or the AI keeps undervaluing their players. And this is clearly a way to get around that problem. It's a fix for it. I don't know if it's a fix because it takes a whole month to get their value up, but it's a workaround if you have that problem. So anyway, that has been it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know if I'll see you another time. This is my first and possibly only ever video, so